What's up, guys? I want to make this video because when I first thought of the idea of becoming an Instacart shopper, the first thing I did was look up YouTube videos, and a lot of them helped me a lot. It helped me with the tips, it gave me ideas, so I want to help other people that may have some questions about starting. So yeah, let's begin the video. So I want to start this video with like a little story time, kind of like of what happened. Okay, so I have a job, right, and I go to school. So I was thinking, like, my job's kind of slow right now. I am from Houston, Texas. I don't want to say that it's because of the hurricane or anything, but it has been very slow. So I was like, I need a second job, and then my brother actually works for Uber, and I was thinking like, something like that, maybe that I can choose my own hours, because I have a son too. So I'm a mom, I'm a student, I work, all that good stuff. So I needed to find something that was gonna help me with being able to make a little bit more money in my free time when I can do it, choose my own hours. So that was the main thing. So that's actually why I did it, and now I'm gonna do the story time. So I signed up. My first day was gonna be actually Sunday. Today's Friday, by the way. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, right? I'm gonna start Sunday. Then I kept going through the app because from referencing to YouTube videos, it said like, you can check it and maybe you can pick up some hours like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I checked it out, and I had, like, it said pick up hours for today, and I'm like, oh, should I do it? Because my mom can actually like help me with my son, like she can babysit him. And the hours were after my regular job, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Right now we're on break for school, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And I was kind of nervous. My mom, she's like, just be careful because you're going to people's houses and all that. And I was like, yeah, you're right, like I just gotta be careful, but it sounds fun. And from watching YouTube videos, I was like, it should be all good. Well, okay, so that's finally, I picked up some hours today, right? Today was my first day. You have to pick at least 2 hours. You can't just do one. So the minimum is 2 hours per day, I guess. You can pick up as many hours as you can, but the minimum is 2. I noticed that really you can, from like whenever it says pick up hours, I seen that the most you can really get, well, right now that I've noticed, is like 3 hours. That's the most. Like, you can't choose like too many hours. Well, it was in the afternoon, so I couldn't expect much, which was actually 9. So I picked up some hours from 7 to 9. I got off work at 6. I work like down the street from my house, so it was all good. I was like, I could do this. Alright, well, let me tell you what happened. I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 7 o'clock. I'm ready to get started, whatever. I'm just at home, trying to, like, waiting. And I'm like, and then, Instacart actually sent me like a message like, hey, we're excited for your first day. Make sure that you're like, you check your messages, because they actually text you whenever, if you want to pick up an order or something, they actually text you, and then you accept it on the app. So then I checked. They sent me the message at 6:30. They're like, we're gonna send you a message like 30 minutes before your shift starts. My shift started at 7. They sent it at 6:30. It said, hey, we're like working hard to get you like a batch, which is like, a grocery shopping order. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, oh, cool. It's 10 minutes till 7. I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen already. Super nervous, excited, whatever. And then it's 7:01. I'm like, what? I don't understand what's going on. And then I was like, okay, maybe I refreshed the app. So I started refreshing it, right? And that didn't work. So then I'm like, okay, let me text back that number, and I'm gonna, put the little screenshot of I texting them back saying thanks. Because I was like, maybe I have to text them back and they can like reply to me and be like, hey, oh, here's your order, or like, I don't know, right? So then I send them to thanks, and I said, like, if you have any questions, email us or something. I'm like, okay, it's an automatic message, so I guess there's not a real person behind those messages. So I'm like, okay. So it's like 7:10, 7:20, and I'm ready to go. Actually, another thing, that whenever I got the email saying that pick up your shopper's card, which is your credit card that you pay your orders with, that is like a prepaid credit card, prepaid funded card. So they didn't give me like a shirt or anything, so I'm like, okay, let me look Instacart, you know, because they're like green and stuff. So I actually had a green sweater, so I wore a green sweater, I had it on, I was like ready to go, like I look, and then I had a fanny pack. So here's where I put my cart. I don't think I want to show it, maybe like I show it real fast, but it's like, okay, because it has numbers in there and I don't want, you know, no fraud going on. So I put it in there, and I'm like, oh, when I get my tips too, I'm gonna put them in here, and you know, it's gonna be easy access, because I seen this guy on YouTube that said it's really a good idea to put your card in your neck, because that way you can just swipe it real fast. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just have it here, where this is my Instacart fanny pack, Instacart Instashopper fanny pack. That way, you know, whenever I'm gonna pick up some shit, I just grab it, and I know this is for that. But anyways, you know, I was ready to go. I had my green stuff going on. I'm like, okay, I look like, you know, I work for Instacart, because they didn't give me a shirt, they did give me a lanyard. All they gave me is the cart, and I asked her like, hey, how does it work? And she was like, I don't know. They just told us to go to the cart, so you didn't have no orientation. You just kind of like go as, you know, you do what you do as you go. Okay, so yeah, so I'm like waiting, and then I'm like, let me go back to that message, and it said, oh, you're working on this area, there's hot spots. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's not like they send you the message and then you head out that way. You have to be in that area. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, I told my mom, I'm like, I'll be back, I'm gonna go check it out, whatever. And I started hitting, like, the map kind of like, okay, like, it sucks because it's just a map, and you kind of have to like look up like that, like the streets, and you can't really zoom in all the way. So I seen a street, and I like put it on maps. I started heading that way. It wasn't that far, and then once I was like kind of like heading towards that area, then I got that first order, and I was like super nervous, happy. I was like, okay, I got this. It was, my first order was at HEB. It's like a local Texas store. I really don't shop there, so I'm like, oh shoot. But yeah, I got there, so it was kind of funny that I was just kind of waiting at home. But no, you have to go to the hotspot area for your orders, I guess, so you're closer to the customers and closer to the stores. And I guess they only work with certain HEBs and certain Whole Foods, so be mindful of that. Next thing was, I got to the store, and I was super nervous. I was really nervous, and then I seen somebody else that was in the it was a shopper. He actually had a lanyard and everything, and I was like, should I ask him for something, because I was kind of like lost on some stuff. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I can pick up some grapes, like I can read what the customer wants. So then I was like, okay, cool, whatever, right? So then I actually started getting lost on, there's this thing that kind of confused me, so you might go through that, which is like, you pick up an item, right? For example, she said, I don't know how much the weight is, but just give me a big bunch of grapes. Like, I'm giving the example of what the exact thing that happened to me. So then I put, okay, so I put one, I got the grapes, I weighed them, because you're supposed to weigh them, you can't just say one bag, you have to weigh them also. So I was like, okay, so it weighed like 2 pounds or something, but on the thing it said 0.25. So I was like, okay, so I just put like 1 pound, but then I was like, no, let me put more. Like, I kept getting confused with that, and that's what I was like, man, I'm overthinking it or whatever. So yeah, well, let me tell you, I got through my first order, okay? I mean, I found everything. It was 10 items, so you know, that's a good thing, because I had 2 orders today. Both of my orders were not a lot of stuff, and you have 1 hour to find the stuff. So 10 items in an hour is pretty good, but I was actually right on time. Like, I barely made it on time. So I mean, I was good with time, but you know, I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like 10 items an hour is like plenty of time. Come on now. So yeah, you just gotta not overthink it. That's my very important tip that I can give you. It's not gonna go perfect, but just try your best and smile and stuff. So yeah, so that's my little story time. I'm gonna go into the pros and the cons, because this video is getting kind of long. So now I'm going to talk about pros and cons. I'm going to look down because I actually wrote it down. Okay, so one of the good things about being an Instashopper is that you're your own boss, okay? So I put here like no orientation. So you kind of doing your own thing. Nobody's following you. You choose your own hours. That's awesome. Okay. Another good thing that I see also, it's like, you know, going back to like being your own boss. You choose your own hours. You choose your own days. A minimum of 2 hours. You know, you can have a job and then work this little much. You know, like work a little bit of, like you're like, oh, I have some time today. Let me see if I can pick up some hours and make up some extra money. I'm the type of person that I can't just sit at home and lay around. Like, I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to do it. I would rather, you know, be making money. Like they say, time is money. So that's another good thing. And actually, people were super nice. Today was my first day, and I will ask people, and I will have a smile, and I'll be like, hey, you know, like this is my first day. You know, do you know where this is at? Like, I don't shop at the store usually. You know, like Whole Foods. I never shopped at Whole Foods. I'll be going to like Jovi's and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be going to like Randall's or like, you know, stores that are buying me. Or Kroger's, you know, I never go to Whole Foods, so I have no idea what the heck goes there or anything. I actually use like Google Express, and I bought stuff from Whole Foods, but going to the store, not really. Okay, so one of the things that is awesome. People are so nice. Today's a Friday. I worked my first shift in a Friday night. The store was empty. The employees were like more than willing to help. And they're like, oh, there's a bunch of you guys here, you know, tell me what you need, girl. And like, and then like one of the guys like, is it your first day? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how did I know that? And I'm like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing, but okay. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome, you know. I think this is great. I love it. I love the first day already, so I'm excited about that. Okay, going with the bad stuff. That is not so bad. It's just, you know, I wanted to like, you know, point out some things that I'm like, oh shoot, you know. So as you heard from my story time, I had no idea that I was supposed to drive to this hotspot areas that, you know, I never done this. So I was just like, what? So the bad thing is that, again, no orientation. So you have no idea what's going to happen. That's why it's good to research. And it's, you know, YouTube helps out a lot. And, you know, all you guys that have done YouTube videos about it, like, thank you. Because they helped me so much. So that's why I want to do a video myself. Okay, also a bad thing, you were kind of lost, especially if it's a store that you're not familiar with. You know, you can get kind of lost. But, you know, as long as you follow the tips, which is like have a gas tank full, make sure your phone charged, and all of that, then, you know, that's awesome. So you should be good to go. But it is kind of like, where does this go? But whenever you get the orders, they actually lay them out where like the produce first, and then you go around the store, and it tells you like from nearest to furthest, I guess. So it gives you like the order of how you can find things. So that's pretty awesome, pretty convenient. So it helps out a lot. Okay, and the last thing is that the customers, you get feedback, and it might not be so good. Like on my very first order, actually, they said, because I was all pumped, you know, I'm like, oh cool, I made money today. They said that there was one of the things that they ordered wasn't in their bags, and I honestly feel like I think it was there. So maybe they could have lied, but maybe not. Who knows, you know? But I should have checked, triple checked, but I'm pretty sure it was in there, like 70% sure. And I know that's bad, but it was my first day, and I was like, it should be all good. I mean, it's 10 items. How can I miss one item? So it's like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist, but I am. So like, you know, it makes me sad, and it makes me like discouraged, because I was going through all the little tabs on the app, and then I'm like, oh, let me check. It says here, how am I doing? Clicked on it, and I saw it, and I was like, you know, oh man, you know, and it just makes me want to try better next time. I really do like the job, so definitely try to improve that. But yeah. So yeah, this was my pros and cons about being an Instagram. Alright, so to finish off the video, I want to say thank you if you watch. I hope this helps you because YouTube helps me all the time. So, you know, Google and YouTube is, thank God for that, you know. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, or if you know, if you want to talk or anything, I'm like so down for that. Comment, and I'm also gonna leave a link on the description. If you want to become an Instashopper, you can actually sign up through that, and you know, I believe you make money if you go through that link. Like you make like a little bonus or something. So yeah, there he goes. You know, good luck. I hope it goes well. I hope this video helps anybody out there. And yeah, if you have any other ideas that you would like me to make a video about, let me know in the comments also. And thank you for watching. You have a great day.